What's up, guys? Hoarder here. This week it's just me and Paul. Doug was away on vacation. Charlie couldn't make it. We were at a Colonial house, and even though I found some incredible bucket listers, Paul was the king of the day with a stunning silver Colonial coin that neither one of us ever even seen before. Wait till you see how amazing this is. I hope you guys enjoy the ride, and I'll see you at the end. Later. First find of the day, there's the old Colonial house right over there. Paul's starting over here. I started in the corner by this hedgerow. My very first signal of the day. I got a little Stanley tape measure, about 4 inches down. I'm sorry, not a tape measure, a razor cutter thing. About 4 inches down. Doesn't work anymore. But hey, interesting find. In the bag she goes, and of course, first haul of the day. Gonna put the banana in there in honor of the house. There's Paul looking. Oh, I got a treasure, Paul. Where do you see it? I'll call him over. Yeah, just me and Paul today. Charlie couldn't make it. Doug is on vacation in California, so it's just me and Paul. I said, you better dig a lot of holes, Paul, because it's only two of us trying to find a whole bunch of stuff today. So see how we make out. It's a promising spot, so you just never know. Be back. All right, Paul's got a good find. I don't know if you're digging here, Paul, because this is a good spot or because you're in the shade, but Paul's right up on the house. Beautiful Colonial house. And Paul had a piece of a pocket watch, which is always nice. He doesn't have the guts or the gears or anything, but
it's a little one.
Yeah, this is the what's that?
It's a little one.
I think it's regular sized.
Looks kind of small.
I have giant fists, Paul.
Yeah.
But a cool piece. He had another signal in the hole. I was hoping it was the fob, but it was just a nail. But that's a pretty cool piece. I like old pocket watches, so just enough to ID it at least. Good job, man. Good find.
Thanks.
That's an interesting piece. It's the handle to like an old pocketbook or like a change purse. You know, the whole like that. They would have like the mesh. You know, you guys know how purses work. But that's what it is. So now I'm going to recheck this hole and see if maybe when it was buried, if there was any coins in it. Even one. But interesting piece at least. That's what it was from. It's busted up, but old purse. Cool beans. All right, Paul says he thinks he's got something. I don't even know what it is yet. If it's a coin or a relic or what. We're gonna see here. It's a hole. I see a giant hole.
Oh, wait, just put it now.
The suspense is killing me, Paul.
I know. What the heck? It was right there.
Paul really kills the moment. Oh, there it is. I see it. Oh, that's a.
I think it's a coin.
Yeah, that's a copper. For sure.
It's pretty green.
It looks kind of thin too.
Well, it might have some details because it's like.
Yeah, it looks thin. I think you got another King George, maybe
it's
maybe a state copper.
Not karate like.
All right, way to go, Paul. All I got is modern coins so far.
Let me rub it a little.
All right, yeah, Paul's going to clean this one back in a second, but I think it's going to be like a kg, maybe a 2. Yeah, there's Paul's copper. It's getting slick, but you can see it. kg2, we're thinking. You can see King George facing to the left. It looks like a woman, but it's not. The back would be Britannia. It's on its way out. But Paul saved it just in time. 2 more weeks, Paul would have been totally slick. So very nicely done from Paul. First coin of the day, first old coin of the day. And that's a good one, 250, maybe almost 300 years old. Awesome job.
Thank you.
I'm on the board, baby. I'm on the board. I had a scratchy one. I didn't think I was digging a coin. I thought I was going to be digging maybe a lead or something like that. And this popped out, Paul.
Nice.
Which is...
Is it thick or thin?
Oh, it might be a flat button, Paul.
Don't be upset. It is.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a son of a gun.
Still a good find.
It's a tomback.
Still a good find.
Yeah, but I thought it was a coin. Son of a gun. I called you over. I sat here and waited for 20 minutes for you to slowly walk over here.
It was marinating.
Staring at it. And it's a Tom.
Marinating.
Hey, I love Tomback buttons, but when you think you got a half cent staring at you in the face for 10 minutes.
Sometimes the Tombacks here got designs on them.
Really? I don't know if I ever have a Tomback with a design on it.
Yeah, they got etching.
But you know what? I think I feel a full shank on the back. Is there a full shank?
I just knocked it off.
No, you didn't, did you? You very rarely, I don't know if I hardly ever find a Tomback complete.
Look at that close, you see their design, because usually a lot of them are etched.
Totally complete
Like
Tomback with a full shank. That's rare. Let me clean it up and I'll look for design for Paul and I'll be back. There's my Tomback. Paul wants me to wet it for a design. I don't see anything yet. I will wet it, Paul, but I want to be real careful because the shanks on these are so brittle. And like I said, I don't know if I ever had one that had the shank on it, so I might wait because I don't want to mess with it. This is the first. This is the first for me.
On the front.
I am. That's what I'm doing. Look.
Because sometimes it's around the circle.
I don't see anything in the light, but I will wet it when I get back to the car. I just want to be super careful not to bust that shank off. It's $1 million shank, Paul. All right, I'll take it. I'm excited. Now that it has a shank, I'm more excited. I thought it was a coin, but I'll take it. I'm happy with it.
Fist bump you if it was a coin.
Thank you, sir. Oh, full Tomback with a shank? You got to be kidding me. I don't think I've ever found one before. I have a couple Tombacks with the shank, but the Tomback button itself is busted. So that is a bucket lister for me, believe it or not. Paul's way out there. We got a huge field to go. The house is way over that way. So we're gonna work here for a little bit more. We're gonna get some lunch, come back either this field or another. But finding stuff, we're gonna come back here. So see you guys soon. All right, Paul thinks he's got a deep silver. He said he saw the edge.
It was down in here, look.
Oh, I see it. Yep, right there.
And it looked weird because look at the edge on it. Look at the edge. It's not straight like.
Well, it might be a ring, Paul. It might be a ring. Remember I found that Thunderbird Indian ring that I thought was a dime? Oh,
What is that? What is that?
Wow, what is that, Paul?
No clue.
Is that like a pistarine?
Can you see it good?
The other side I could see. This side I can't. Flip it over again.
Then we get the squirty stuff. Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I got it, Paul. What do you think it's called?
I don't know what. Hoarder.
That's right, Paul. The other side had a lot of detail. That's big too, Paul. That's like nickel size. Oh my goodness, look at that, Paul. That might be a 1 real.
I've never seen that kind of coin.
Me neither, but it could be from you know.
Can you see a face or anything?
No, I don't see anything. Oh wait, I do. It's upside down for me.
All right, hang on.
I see it.
Like that? Damn. Like that?
Look, let me see it.
Where's
I'll hold
the
up my
face?
camera and you'll be able to see it.
What the heck?
Right there's a face. See him facing to the right?
Oh, yeah.
Now flip it in my hand if you don't mind, because I think I saw on the other side a date. 1767, Paul.
87?
Or 1787. But what is that?
I don't know.
It's got to be, it's the size of a, it's bigger than a nickel, but thin.
Pences or something?
It could be. Well, did they make pences that old? 1787? Or I think it might even be 1757, Paul, or 67. Let's clean this back. We'll be back in a second, but he's got a killer find. All right, there's Paul's coin, and Paul got a winner. You can see King George III right there. It says Georgius on the left. The back's got a lot of detail.
I looked at it online.
We had to Google it online. 1787. It's a King George III silver 6-pence, and it's actually worth a couple $100, Paul, right out of the ground, I think. It's got a lot of detail on the ground. You really scored a beauty, man. Now, what did that come up on your Equinox?
It was like around 18.
Was it sideways in the hole or was it flat?
I don't know. It popped out when I dug out the sidewall there.
And the reading on it is weird because it's not like up and down.
That's what I saw right away.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's diagonal.
That's what I thought it was, like a ring, because it's like diagonal reading. Like you said, it's very, very thin. But that is a beautiful coin, man. Holy cow.
Pan right over to that tree.
Okay, I'm panning.
That's where I got the Nova Constellatio right
Oh,
there.
really?
Yeah, 1783.
Well, that is an incredible coin. I'm coming over here with you, Paul. Amazing.
Thanks.
Excellent job. All right, I'm on the board. I'm near these 4 trees, and it's really hard to dig. A lot of roots, but luckily it kept it not too deep. And this is going to be some sort of a half cent. Very, very
Really
thin. Yeah, super thin. It's probably a little bigger than a nickel, a little smaller than a quarter. And I'm going to clean this off and be back in a second. But whew, glad to be on the board, Paul.
Good.
All right, there's my find. We tried to clean it. If you look in my viewfinder, Paul,
I can see it from here. When
it
you
almost
turn,
looks like a bust, doesn't it?
It sometimes does.
Paul's thinking it's a button. Normally I would argue with Paul and say no way, but it might be. It's slightly concave, very, very thin, but every once in a while in the center it looks like I see a bust.
But it could be a design.
Could be. So mystery here. I'm not sure if it's my first good coin of the day, but it's old.
It's old.
I just don't know if it's a coin or a button, but I'll take it. I'm happy to have it.
Good job. It's a relic. Just had a fancy design on it.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Paul's got a piece of a pewter spoon. It's very
Seems like it
heavy.
was thick,
Yeah, very
you know?
heavy. It's got a nice design on it too. This is probably early 1800s too, Paul. Maybe earlier. Pewter silverware.
It was 1700s probably, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they haven't made silverware out of pewter in a long time. I think
That's
doesn't pewter
heavy one.
contain lead, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I mean, you know.
It could be lead because they made lead too.
No, but this, well, I mean, it could be.
Because that could be why it broke so easy.
Well, lead would bend before it broke usually, but
When it's corroded.
pretty cool find though. But good job, man.
Thanks.
There's a decorative little piece. Probably off a piece of furniture, and I think there's a marking on the middle. I'm gonna have to scrub it later and get it with a brush. You can see like there's some hash marks there. Something in the middle. This is probably the back that went against the piece of furniture or whatever it is. Cool piece there. Sounded good, stopped me in my tracks. I knew it wasn't a coin, and that's not bad. I hope I didn't hit it with my shovel. It's possible I did. It's oversized. But hey, cool little find. That's a super cool find. Paul just got this thing. It's a suspender clip. When he cleaned it off, it's got that awesome design. Look at above it too, Paul. Above that shamrock, it's got like little hash lines in it, even on the inlays. Yeah.
And the thing in the back still moves. If you move that thing here. See it?
That might be one of the coolest suspender clips I've ever seen. I love the artwork on it and the inlays on it. They just made quality pieces back then. It's all brass. That's an incredible little relic. I mean, it might be worthless,
Yeah.
but what an awesome little piece. Great find, man.
I like the design.
Yeah, who doesn't like the design? I'll take a poll. Who doesn't like the design? All hands are down, Paul. All hands are down. Oh man, I got a cool find here. I saw it in the hole. I haven't touched it yet. And I'm hoping it's going to have, there they are. There they are. The little teeth on them. That is a really old buckle. And it's got the teeth on there. I'm going to clean it very carefully, probably later, because they will break off. Holy cow, there's a big old goose right behind me. Hopefully he stays behind me. But look at that. I saw it in the hole and I was hoping it had the teeth. That goose is really close, so I'm going to stop this clip and get away from the goose. But that's a beautiful find. Oh, I love that piece. I'll be quiet. I'm nowhere near your babies. Let me get out of here. I rechecked the hole and saw the top piece. It looks like it's broken, but I could totally fix it. Maybe in a little epoxy, you might not even know. And that is the complete buckle. Look at that. Oh man, that is gorgeous. It would fit in there like that. These would come down and grab on. Oh, I can't even talk. Oh, that is an incredible piece there. They are very hard to find with the teeth. It might be 2 pieces, but it's 2 whole enough pieces where I can put them back together. Incredible. All right, I called Paul over again. You know what that means, Paul? That means I got the goods, baby. I am way down there, Paul. If you can see this root, it was way under the root. I had to keep going, keep going, keep going. It didn't even sound all that good until I popped it out, and here she sits, Paul.
The button again.
Don't say that, Paul. Oh, I feel a shank. I feel a shank. Son of a gun! It's another tomback with a shank, but man, I can't believe it. Look at the size of it, Paul. I thought for sure it was a large shank.
I was just joking, of course.
I feel the shank. I can't believe it.
At least you're getting all shanked up today.
I'll clean this one too. It's another tomback with a shank. I can't complain,
You
but
at least got nice erect shanks today.
I would have swore that was a largie. I'm not complaining.
I'm getting beautiful things. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh,
It
that
has like
is a good
lead
one.
end on it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to go over there where you are.
Beautiful.
I'm going where you are. All right, I'll take it. It's still a good find. Well, we kind of gave it a cleaning there. It's a big, giant tomback. It's probably, I don't know, bigger than a quarter. You can see another shank on there. It's my third one. Awesome little concave design to it. Full shank. And I can't tell if that's writing or just neatly placed dirt still. So I'll clean it up at the end and show it, but I am kicking butt on these tombacks today. Probably 250 years old. It's incredible. All right, let's keep on digging. At first I thought this was a gun barrel, like that was the trigger up there, but I think it's an old kid's pair of scissors. Like a tiniest little fit. Who the heck can fit their finger in there? Must be like baby scissors. And who gives scissors to babies? I don't know, but that's what it is. It's a pair of scissors. There's no person alive that can get their finger in that hole. Maybe Paul can, actually. Maybe Paul can. But, all right, in the bag she goes. Bust a pair of scissors. What the heck? All right, I finally got my coin. The geese are about maybe 30 feet from me, so I got to keep a half an eye on them. I'm down really deep, about 7-8 inches down, and huge roundness in the hole. Paul is really far. I don't know where he went, and it's starting to pour. He might even went back to the car. Oh, it's a largie. Finally, after all those buttons. Wow, that's in great shape. I'm definitely going to get a date off this one. Hold on, let me clean this up out of the rain. I'll get a nice date off of it, but that's a beautiful large cent. You can see the matron right off the bat, first rub. All right, I'm ducked in under this tree. It's pouring rain. I got underneath this tree for a little bit of cover. My shovel is marking another high tone, a deep high tone, so I can't leave. I gotta hope that's a coin too. Don't know where Paul is. He's probably by a tree also. All the geese even scattered. So now I got this whole little hot spot to myself. So hopefully this passes and I can find some more things. So I'm just gonna kind of wait it out. All right, it's still pouring. I've been waiting 15 minutes. I couldn't wait anymore. I ran out to where my shovel is. I real quick dug a hole. I got soaking wet. I popped it out. It's a 2-piece flat button. It might be a blowhole button. My gloves are all muddy and it's pouring rain. So I will clean this up in a little bit, but it's a 2-piece button. Full shank, could be a blowhole, but oh man, it's really coming down. All right, it's still pouring, but I cleaned off my button. I can't tell if there's a mark on this side. You can see it's a big fat 2-piecer. You can see the blowhole. There's one there, there's one on the other side. Probably goes back to the late early 1800s. I think there's a design on it, so I'm gonna have to clean it with a toothpick. I'm trying not to let it get wet, but it's pouring rain. But incredible find there. Whew, might even be an eagle. Oh guys, I could have a great one. It stopped raining. I came over right where the geese were. I had a really deep one. It was kind of scratchy. It didn't sound great. Way down there. I had to keep getting the big shovel, pushing it. Some dirt flung up. I see it right here. It is large cent size and it almost looks like it could be silver. It is big. If it is silver, oh, it's going to be great. I called Paul. He's way out there. I'm going to wait for him and not touch it yet. But this could be my best coin of the day. All right, here comes Paul. Paul was so far. If it was a large scent, Paul, I wouldn't even have called you over. You were so far.
I was 200 yards
I know.
away.
That's why I'm only going to call you over for something good. Paul, I dug down. It was scratchy. I didn't know what I was going to be doing. I popped it out. This huge thing flew out. It's the size of a large scent, but look at, I think it might be silver, Paul.
Oh my God.
And if it is, Paul, this is going to be...
It's a quarter.
You think it's a quarter?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it might be bigger than a quarter.
I don't think so.
Paul, hold my camera, please. I'm going to hope at least it's like a seated quarter. It was about 7 inches down. Paul, it feels light. It might be a aluminum token. Oh, crunch.
So you call me 200 yards over for aluminum token?
Oh, it feels really light.
It is. It's a Sunoco car token.
Son of a gun. Paul, I thought it was a big old silver coin.
Donk.
It is. It's an
Sunoco car
son
token.
of a gun.
There's my 200 yards.
Man, Paul, I'm sorry. I
Coin.
thought it was going to be like a cap bust quarter because it was so deep. And I saw that silver edge. I said, oh man, this is going to be amazing.
All right, I got to go catch the bus back to my area.
Man, I'm sorry. My Paul's behind that tree. I think he's coming. I told him all day, all I wanted was I wanted some old coins, and I got the largies. I wanted some buttons, and I got some beautiful tombacks. I got the blowhole, and I wanted a shoe buckle, and guess what I just got? Boop, right there. Oh, it's only half a shoe buckle, but it's got some nice design on it. Ah, I hope I didn't shop that. I'm gonna look for the other half, but it's a shoe buckle, colonial era. I was hoping for one all day. I wanted a whole one, but it's about maybe 3/4. We come out a little bit more, come down. So cool piece. Would have been cooler if it was the whole one, but that's how it goes. All right, here we go. I found this really deep. It's either going to be a silver coin or like a washer, like a nut washer. Oh, it might be a button. Paul, hold this. It might be a silver plate, a silver wash button. I think that's what it's going to be. I could feel the shank in the back. Yeah. Might even be. It could be real silver, Paul.
Yeah.
No, but it could be a sterling button. I mean, because if it was plated... Oh, look, it's a tomback, too. Look at that.
Is it silver or is it tomback?
Well, I'm not sure yet. I mean, look how shiny that is. I told you to go the other direction, Paul. You go the other direction, and it's like new land again. I don't know. That's weird, man. It almost looks like it's sterling, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's tomback.
Oh, come on. That's tomback, you think? Look how shiny it is. A full shank, cuff size button, and it's really shiny. I'm going to clean it up later. I might have to test it because I don't see a marking on it that says sterling.
Again.
Yeah, as I said, a full shank.
Flip
I
it.
thought it was a silver dime.
I didn't get to see it while it's in the thing.
I'm in a weird sunlight thing, so I'll come back and show it later, but it's definitely a tomback. It's definitely got a full shank on it. Awesome little piece. All right, guys, no wrap up this week, and that's because Paul and I decided to go back the next day and finish the house up. So next week we will continue. More thrills, more chills, more spills. Incredible property. The colonial finds just kept on coming. I won't make you wait to see Paul's incredible coin, though. There it is right there. Come on. If that doesn't make your mouth water, guys, you're watching the wrong channel. You better just find something else. Doesn't get any better than that. Colonial house digging at its best. Congratulations to Paul. You really earned it, man. So tune in next week, guys. See the wrap up, the whole rest of the stuff. Incredible house. One of the best ones we've been to in a long time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Happy hunting. I'll see you in the next one. Later.